NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
They go play action with Hurts.
Keeps himself, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And taken right on the 30. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Now 2nd and 5. On the option right, Herbert.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And this is caught by Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff coming left to Spiller.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Come on, dog!
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Herbert now. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Give that sack to Kobe Dean.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth.
Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to the 32.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The Eagles come into this one still undefeated despite the one tie. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 33. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 32 that time.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller, because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Swift diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
They run behind center with Spiller.
7 yards there and a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Now a handoff up the middle. Fitzgerald.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Herbert on first down now. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
2nd down and 3.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Herbert. Caught left side, Williams. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller. Gets past one man. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a handoff running through the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now it's Herbert.
They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Isaiah Spiller, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was Isaiah Spiller capping things off with a touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hurts.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Quick slant to Brown.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Throwing is Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. So the false start will back them up 5.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Up the middle they go. Stanley. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stanley, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly 1st.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Herbert's throw taken in there by Cooks.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
3rd down and 1.
Out of the gun, Herbert.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Again, Herbert.
He's got another one to Johnston.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's a handoff to Spiller.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Sebastian Joseph Day picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And it's fielded at the 34.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, Spiller.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd and 9. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Herbert. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Complete, this is Mitchell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And fights through one man. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go play action with Hurts. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now back to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And the Chargers offense back out and ready to go.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 50, here's Herbert.
That is caught.
That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. They'll run for it with Spiller. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Hurts. Running the slant, and he finds Mitchell.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a yard. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he's down inside the 15. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Asante Samuel Jr. that time up to make the tackle. Second down and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looks like you're exactly right. Looked like a for sure stop on third, and then the tables turned. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But he turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Herbert back to the air.
Finds Johnston.
A broken tackle there, but not a ton to show for it. Tackled just on the other side of midfield.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. On the option to give to Swift here.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to...
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fielded just inside the 30. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
And they'll begin by running the option. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
This is Swift on the counter. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Stanley, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time. Here's Herbert. Dumps it off for Spiller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Herbert throwing again.
And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert now. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Drops it underneath to Spiller.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now it's Herbert. He's got it.
And the Chargers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Here's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is third and goal. Herbert toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
One last throw here for Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
They're going to try and run with Spiller. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles, wrapping up a game that they should be very happy about in which they got the win.
Yeah, I thought they were clearly the better team by the end, and they earned this one with a terrific game plan and consistent effort throughout. Only fitting that they had the ball when the clock hit 0.
So for Philadelphia, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they can't quite seem to to 2-4 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things.
It's week 6 of the National Football League, and we've got
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 18 carries, 119 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Rodgers now to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 36. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position. 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And that's really good field position they were given. Now, nothing's a gimme. We know that. But I know his goal, have the field goal kicker just stay on the bench. They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Jets defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. That one goes for 24 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Rodgers now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They go play action here on first down.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Back to throw. Bundy. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down. Bundy.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. This defense for the Jets, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
On play action, Rodgers. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Oh, good move. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Dolphin football. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bundy. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Off play action. Bundy.
Throw caught by Achane.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Looking to throw. Bundy. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Off the play fake. Bundy. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Dolphins in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close 1-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
On 1st down, Bundy. And he will find Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The offense for the Jets ready to take over. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
On the slant, he's got Hardman.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Rodgers.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Mecole Hardman, the intended target,
and it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. You talk about this Miami defense.
They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, a pretty nice effort.
And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. Able to power through. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Miami set to take over. And Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Now 2nd and 9. Again, it's Achane. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is brought in at the 21. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Jets. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this 1st half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere. But it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Achane to start the drive.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Up the middle, Achane.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Bundy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Off play action. Bundy. That's caught. This is Abanikanda. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, Bundy. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Shedding through the defense. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this one down to the 36. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. This is caught.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point up and good by Shudak.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bundy.
Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Off the play fake. Bundy. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Zach Bond drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Let's take it inside his own 40. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. He returns the punt 61 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career.
Now Shudak for the extra point.
And that makes it 14-10. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because The entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Now Rodgers.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
On first down, Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Caleb Shudak on now for the field goal.
From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and started working away from him, and it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. To throw on 3rd down. Bundy.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Another catch there for Waddle.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Back to throw again. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this from 43. McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
To throw on second down, Bundy. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 first downs.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Off play action. Bundy. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A run straight ahead with Achane. Achane hit, and the ball is out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but
When he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass,
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And following the turnover, they'll look to take the lead here as they start with a 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Abanikanda is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because
oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety. They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Rodgers going to throw. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the 1st.
he's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Running left, it's Hall.
Good footwork at the 30. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now that sets up 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. So now here come the Dolphins. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Bundy gets this one to Hill. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Bundy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw again. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hall again.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Give to Hall running right.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now it's Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They'll give to Hall.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Rodgers now to throw.
That is caught, and he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
On play action, Rodgers. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
They'll run with Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Dalvin Cook,
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
and the Jets will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal, and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Shudak.
And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And the drive starts with a run from Achane.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Operating from the gun, Bundy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
The give now to Abanikanda.
Ooh, the juke. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And they'll go again with Abanikanda.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Yarbrough. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. On the handoff, Abanikanda. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Israel Abanikanda, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
They'll try and run it in, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers to throw once more. He dumps this one off here to Hall. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's third down.
They'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So they had to take the shot there. Obviously, that was pretty much it, their last chance.
No other play for them, right? I mean, there's no other choice. It's not like you can have some strategy move, right? Punt it away and hope you... No, that's what they had to do. Right now, that offensive unit, they're pretty discouraged on the sidelines. They're going to feel like they let the team down in that situation, but they were in a tough spot to begin with.
And with no timeouts now, they just need a miracle.
Yeah, an absolute miracle. If the team that has the ball, just find a way to run out the clock, take care of the ball, and go home a winner.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure,